A little bit of a different video today. So what I want to do in this video is give you an update on my life, where things are at, the different parts of it, like the Amazon, online education, my thoughts on stuff, and just everything that's going on in my world. So you guys can better relate with me and better understand how I can serve you, and maybe just so we can get to know each other a little bit better, right? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Peter Langan. I have been an entrepreneur since I was very, very young. So I've always been buying and selling. I have done the college stuff. So I've went to college, completed all that, did a master's, but I've never really had a proper job. Done a small bit of working for my father, still help him out from time to time, but I'm not in the workplace environment really. It never really sat well with me. I always found it hard. I always wanted to change stuff. And I always struggled in bigger organizations that just are so inefficient. But yeah, I've been involved in so much over the last number of years, mainly Amazon. I've been selling products on Amazon. I've learned a lot about selling products, and I'll get into that later on now in the video. But I just want to bring you up to date on kind of everything that's happened in my world, what I'm doing, I think, well, what I probably could be doing better. And, just so you guys can know, I think it's important. That's the whole purpose of this channel. It's to be transparent, it's to be educational. It's to build a real relationship with you guys, the subscribers. So let's see. Amazon. How is Amazon going? I have a little diary here. I buy these diaries there. I recommend them so much. They're about two or £3 on Amazon, really. And they are the best quality ever, right? I love them. So Amazon. I kind of divide Amazon up into two distinct areas. I have my students. These are the people inside the academy or other programs that we work with on a one-on-one and one-to-many basis. And then there is our own products. And when I say our own products, I mean the company myself and Alex run. We bring in our own products there all the time. We're always adding more products to the mix. We're always trying to double down on the products we have, make them better, and just trying to build completely side income on that to the stage where it's just getting really, really big. That's kind of the game plan with that. It's just a completely separate income to the education side of the business, right? Some people say you should only do one thing. They could have a point, but I love growing the Amazon business at the high level. I don't necessarily always love the day-to-day because I'm very much a people's person. So that's why we have Fayed as a member of our team, and he does so much with the students, but also for our own products. He always is making sure that everything's going well there and just dealing with suppliers and stuff like that, which I've done for so long, but Fayed's just really good at it. And we let him work away. He's kind of like our Amazon manager. And I think it's really important. I've kind of realized in order to grow, you have to bring on team members and you have to empower them. And that's really what we're trying to do with Fayed, just to empower him to take it and to succeed and to, build something that he can be proud of, but that, we can be proud of as well. So anyways, yeah, let me get into that. So the students, we have quite a few students in our program. And when I say quite a few, maybe about 15, 16, something like that. So it's not huge, but we work with them to the best of our ability. I jump on twice weekly coaching calls with them. I really do enjoy it. I hope that they feel I'm giving as much as I can to them, which I am. People go through stages. What I've learned is there's the research stage. Then there is the product design validation stage. Then there is the, manufacturing and importing stage, cartons, all that. And then there's the actual ordering of the selling of the product, right? Depending on where students are at a certain time, there can be a lot of questions or a lot of calls needed or kind of support. Other times, things can be pretty quiet and people are just working away on their own. I've tried to make the support we give more streamlined because sometimes I can miss a call or maybe a student could be waiting for a call. I don't like to see that. I like to have things as fast as we possibly can with those things so people can move forward as quickly as possible. I think we have that issue now. We're trying to build these systems in place that the course and the community just runs a little bit smoother. We've kind of got there. Initially when I first set it up, there was all these common questions people always asked, and I built these SOPs out, and those SOPs, people love them. There was a new student joined last week, and he said, "This is exactly what I've been looking for." And like, it's just step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And that has made things so much easier for me because I don't get asked the same questions over and over again. But a lot of people were looking for this like 5-minute, 10-minute call with Fiya just to confirm a product or to confirm, a niche and things like that. We were doing it manually. It's mad. So we've actually just automated that with a calendar booking link. And it's made things so much easier. It wasn't anyone's fault. It just was not done as efficiently as it could have been. So that has been addressed. So I'm really hopeful that we can build on that and just make things even better for the students that are in there. But people by and large seem happy. And if there's ever an issue, I always, if I know about it, I do my best to sort it and to address it. So yeah, I hope people are happy. I really do. And I think they are. Our own products. So we're actually launching a lot of different products now. What we've concentrated a lot on lately, and I've actually been sharing this with the students as well, is branding. So what I see on Amazon is that it's not as easy to make money on it as it was, say, 2016, right? But that doesn't mean there's no money to be made. Otherwise, I wouldn't be putting money into it, right? So one of the big differentiators I see now, and what I'm concentrating on, and what we are concentrating on, is actually, branding in terms of making sure our packaging and our brand stands out. Because if you do a really good brand, you can first of all capture the eye. Just let me fill you in. So where the whole thing came from, Alex, who I work with a lot, he is a YouTuber, right? He makes a lot of his income from YouTube. And one of the most important parts of a YouTube video is the title and thumbnail. It is really important because it captures that first point for the eye when you're scrolling. Now, Amazon is no different. The criteria in terms of the specifications for a thumbnail or hero image is tighter than it is on YouTube. There's no criteria basically. Well, a little bit, but very, very little. Whereas Amazon's a little bit stricter. But we can still use the same principles that we use on YouTube for Amazon hero images in order to get someone to click on our listing. So like we need a really high click-through rate. So if your click-through rate is only like 2%, that means 98% of people that see your listing are going past. If they don't click on your listing, they basically never buy. So we've actually spent a lot of time concentrating on that hero image and then having really good branding on the product. Sometimes the product is the same as everyone else's, but if we use branding, it creates this higher perceived value. So we can charge more, we're getting more people clicking on it, and then ultimately we're making more sales, right? We spend less on PPC. So we're concentrating a lot on that now. And what we're doing is we actually have a lot of products that we are basically moving forward with now in the next 2 months. One of the things we're looking at is actually importing products, or not even importing. That's the thing, having them manufactured, white labeled in the UK. And we're working with a good supplier now for a few products, and I'm very excited to see where that goes because I think this could be really, really powerful. And the niches we're looking at, like the competition is very weak from what I can see, right? So if the pricing works out on that, we're going to have a lot of new lines there. And we also have new lines coming in from China as well, and just finalizing pricing and things like that. And it's good to see lately shipping has dropped a lot. So that's really, really cool because over the last 3 or 4 years, twice shipping has gone pretty mega, particularly during COVID, but a little bit of late it has gone up, but it is dropping back now, which is good to see, especially if you're doing larger items because it can really, really add up, So we've all our own products as well. So the way I kind of see it is like the business is divided, as I said, into education, but then also into like our own little Amazon stores that are just, it's bringing in its money, its own money. It's self-fulfilling, or it's self-funding basically. And it's kind of there. That's where it's at now. So it's just about doubling down on that and just making it bigger and bigger and bigger and just putting all products into the one store as well. That's something that I'm doing because I'm realizing duplication is not duplicating in terms of companies, in terms of Amazon accounts and all that. It's just work, and like you're paying VAT fees twice. You're paying a lot of fees twice. And in my head, when things are in different companies and stuff, different silos, yes, while they're isolated from each other, and which is sometimes good. In other ways, it's negative because sometimes you don't see things when they're far away. So we're trying to put everything into the one now, which should make things a bit easier. I've also like really started the content game again, and this video is one part of it. I've always realized like my business grows in terms of the education side of things when I create content. And one thing I've always been pretty determined that I do is create a personal brand, right? And to build a relationship with subscribers and just, get to know more about, just share more what I'm doing basically, right? I think I want to share. I've always wanted to share, right? Share knowledge, share my passions, share my skills, share what I'm doing, right? I've always wanted to do that. And people joke I like the microphone. I don't know. But that has been something that I've kind of neglected, and I've often started it, and it's always kind of I've stopped, or I've never believed what I'm saying, or I'm not believe myself maybe. And a lot of those false beliefs are changing now. I'm starting to really find my voice. I know, like, I am starting to find it. Like, I'm getting better at it, and it's just really exciting to see where that'll go, right? But that happens from making these videos. I mean, still some days I'm sitting there like, I don't know what to talk about, but I have to get better. And I think it just comes more naturally as time goes on. I have started documenting more. I've seen in my business, when I create videos, even if they don't get a lot of views, we end up attracting more clients. I feel better about myself. I just like doing this. This is just something I just really believe in. And I think it's so important. I think like everyone should be doing it. You just find yourself in terms of, or rather get to know yourself much better when you're making videos. Because you have to think about, well, hold on, why is it that I think that way? So I'm going to be doing more of this. I'm going to get more honed in on the type of videos that you guys resonate with. I'm going to find a better content mix and just keep uploading and keep creating. And you never know where that goes and where that takes you. That's my view. I'm going to do it. So yeah, education. So the education side of things is I have my Amazon Academy. I'm helping people inside that, and you guys are welcome to check that out. Fayed does a lot of the one-on-one stuff. I do the coaching calls and supports in the trades, and just, generally just, I like to know where everyone is at in their businesses and just support them as best I can. That business is running, and that's something that we're working on all the time. I also have a program that I put together with Alex, and it's called Passion to Profit. The whole premise of it is, it's basically the model myself and Alex have used to monetize our knowledge, our skills. Completed this successfully with his copywriting. I've completed it successfully with Amazon. And now we're actually like, well, maybe there's other people that would like to do the same thing. So we've created the course, and we're actually at the stage now where we're starting to explore paid ads a little bit, but also it's completely organic, right? So just finding the right messaging, figuring out what people really want in terms of, short-term needs. So therefore, then we can reverse engineer and create content that resonates with them, and then it attracts people in. We have it in beta. So at the moment we're offering it at time of recording. I think it's 50 quid. So it's for literally nothing, but it's made both of us a lot more money than 50 quid. And maybe it might resonate with you. We really want to grow it. I'm very passionate about that, and just attracting more people into it and just making a really, really, really strong program. Because as I said to you guys, like, the education funds the Amazon for me. To buy more products. And that's my short term, like the next year's goal, is just keep funding products, right? Compound, right? There's a book on that shelf there. It's called Compound. And that's what this is all about. Everything is compounding positive. So that's the reason we want to do this. I actually, as I said, I love education. I love teaching people. I love helping people change their life. I think the story of why I want to educate people and share things with people is because, someone told me once, like, you're not supposed to be happy at work. Like, it's not, work's meant to be miserable. And I don't believe that. I believe, you can do what you want and love what you do and get paid really well to do it. And it's nearly like this thing, I want to prove people wrong. It's like, I want to forge my own path, prove them wrong, and show people that, like, there is another choice. There is another way. I mean, if I can help people, even one person, do that, that's a success. So yeah, knowing what I want, it's just, I've become a lot more aware of what I want in terms of business, in terms of what I'm doing, and much more like, I seem to know the right answer with things. When I'm faced with a business problem, I know what I need to do. It's not as daunting. I don't get stressed. I just solve the problem. Like, it's like, I need to get here. I am here. How am I going to do it? I was listening to a podcast recently, and it was like, is it like a heart problem or like a math problem? So I think heart or emotions, maybe it's emotion, they said. So like, is it emotional? So is it our thoughts, our beliefs, positive or negative, right? Or is it a math problem? So like, there's just not enough people coming into the funnel, or enough people coming into watching the videos or whatever. And you just solve these things and it fixes and removes the bottleneck. So I'm just becoming more aware of that. And I think that's really important. You just, the more you do this, the more you concentrate on growing a business and figuring out where you want to go, the more you get to know yourself, and ultimately the more success you have because you're making the decisions that are aligned with what you want, you know? And yeah, I've written down here like getting better at focus. It's just focusing on the things I need to focus on. One of the core things I need to focus on pretty regularly is, like I said, content. I just realized it's so important for my business. And like it's different for everyone depending on the business you're in. But for me, content is important and it's just something I need to do every single day. And sometimes when I'm doing more of the like in the weed stuff, like bookkeeping, accounts, all this kind of stuff, I can concentrate on them. And then I get to the stage where I'm like, I don't know what to talk about in terms of content. So I need to get better at like creating the content and just capturing what people want to see, like what you guys want to see. And that's actually kind of what this video is about. This is just me sharing where my thoughts are at and where I'm at and where the businesses are. So maybe you guys can let me know if this resonates. And if this resonates better with you, I'll try and do more, you know, figure out how to keep the cameras rolling. I work from home, so it's kind of funny, like how to keep them rolling. I don't mean in the literal sense. I mean, just, you know, I don't want to be boring. So I need to figure it out for you guys, but that's what I'm doing. So yeah, hopefully that is nice for you. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below. Maybe you want to ask me other questions. So yeah, ask me and I'll create a video on it. And if you want to check out those things I'm talking about, so in terms of like Amazon or the Passion to Profit beta, just go down to the link and you'll find the description. Click there, you'll find the pages. Check them out and I'd love to work with you and I'd love to help you on your journey. That would mean a lot. All right, guys, take care and I will chat to you soon.